But it has been a decade since New York Times bestselling author Martha Raddatz published The Long Road Home, recounting the events in Sadr City, Iraq, when a platoon of Fort Hood soldiers were ambushed during a peacekeeping mission. Next week, National Geographic will air a miniseries based on that book. This past Friday, it was an emotional homecoming for the soldiers, the actors, and all that were involved in making this story come back to life.
I hope that this project reminds us of the individual sacrifice.
On November 7th, a story of sacrifice and unimaginable circumstance will come to life on screen for the very first time.
This series can illuminate to the American public what our military families go through every day.
The Long Road Home depicts the events of April 4th, 2004, when soldiers with Fort Hood's 1st Cavalry Division were ambushed in Iraq.
One of the most interesting parts of this story is that most of these men had never seen battle before.
For the men and women who act out the terrifying ordeal on camera, it wasn't just about telling the story, it was about getting it right.
You know, it's one thing to sacrifice for your country when you sign up to serve. You've made that commitment. It's another thing to choose to relive it all over again for the sake of a television show.
But what is that sacrifice exactly? What does the minute-by-minute anxiety look like? What is a nervous cup of coffee or a conversation with an impossible conversation with your kid about whether or not your father or your mother or your uncle or your brother is safe?
To many, The Long Road Home may just be another fall television debut, but for the soldiers and their families who sacrificed everything, for the men and women who poured their hearts into getting their stories told, it's so much more than just that.
What this show offers is an opportunity for understanding and healing. That's how stuff works, right? We can get past it if we can just begin to grasp it a little. And we hope that this show allows that.
The Long Road Home debuts on November 7th on the National Geographic Channel.